Hello friends, today we will discuss regarding Thevenin's theorem. Here we have a kit of Thevenin's theorem. Okay, so either of the T network or pi network we can choose from this. So before starting this experiment, I want to show you the equivalent circuit of Thevenin's theorem. Means after the reduction, your circuit will look like this. Okay, one voltage source VTH, RTH, and the equivalent load resistance RL. Okay, so after all the calculations you can make the circuit like this. Okay, so we will start performing this one by one step. Okay, so we'll set a circuit like this. Okay, R1, R2, R3, and this is RL. RL is the load resistance. Here it is a supply voltage of 10 volt. R1 is 3.3 kilo ohm, R2 is 3.3 kilo ohm, and R3 is also 3.3 kilo ohm. Okay, so same circuit is set like this. So we are connecting these terminals. Okay, this terminal to this terminal, again this terminal to this terminal, and this. Okay, and voltage we can set by here. Okay, so here you can see we have set the voltage with the help of this variable node. Okay, up to 10 volt you can able to see in the voltmeter. Okay, so we'll now start the connection one by one. So first we will start with the finding the value of RTH. So how to find RTH? First, see, all the elements are connected like this. Okay, so to find out the RTH you need to make the circuit like this. Means you need to open circuit the voltage source. Okay, and you need to remove the load resistance RL. So the 10 volt circuit voltage source should be removed and make these 2 points short circuited. So this 3.3 and this B terminal is short circuited and the RL is open circuited. So you can measure the RTH in between A and B. So same setup is provided over here. See, this is internally shorted. Okay, so no need to make the connection with the wire. Okay, so same circuit is connected over here. This is the shorted, the supply voltage is removed, this load is also removed. Okay, so here we are measuring with the help of this voltmeter. So as you can see, it is equivalent to 4.85. okay, so now if you make it the calculation, see, so you can see it is the series parallel combination. So this 3.3 is in parallel with the 3.3 and the resultant of these two is in series with this. Okay, so you can verify the calculation and you can get the 4.95. so it is in kilo ohm. Okay, so it is a very slight variation. Okay, so it is nearly equal to correct. Okay, so in this way you can verify it by the calculation and you can see it is showing the nearly equal to same reading. Okay, now we have found the RTH. Now next step we can find VTH. So for that, refer this figure. Okay, we need to find VTH across the load resistance. Okay, means across the RL, means you can remove the RL and make the voltmeter connected across A and B. Okay, so your circuit will be like this. Okay, 10 volt, 3.3 ohm here, R1, R2. Okay, R2 is, see, there is no current flowing in R2. See this R2 resistor. Why? Because it is open circuited, there is no any closed path for the current to flow. Okay, so this you can remove and your equivalent circuit will be like this. Okay, so whatever the voltage across this R3, that is your VTH. Okay, because in parallel the voltage is same and this B point and A point is again same. Okay, so this is your final circuit. Okay, and you can find out by the two method. First method, just apply the loop, okay, current, and just simply Ohm's law, I is equal to V by R. That suppose there is a I current is flowing and V is the 10 volt and divided by resistance 3.3 plus 3.3. So you can get the current 1.515. Or in another in that way you can get this current I. Okay, then V is equal to IR. So I into 3.3 voltage drop. In that way you can find the voltage. Okay, so it is I into 3.3. so it will be 1.515 into 3.3, so it will be 5 volt. Okay, in another method you can find out by the voltage division rule. Okay, consider this and consider this as a series circuit of two resistors. So if you find out if you find the resistance across this R3, then what will be your resistance? Suppose consider it 10 volt as a E. Okay, then what will be the voltage across the R3? VTH or V3 is equal to total voltage, supply voltage, multiply by I3, means across which we want to find that voltage, divided by whole resistance. So it will be R1 plus R2. So in this way you can also get this 5 volt. You can verify it. Now we are measuring the voltage, okay, on our practical board. Okay, so see this, see now supply is on, this is the connection, okay, this is the shorted. Okay, now we are measuring this with the two probe. Okay, voltmeter is connected across these two, this is internally shorted. Okay, so how much it is reading is 5.0102. okay, so it is exactly same as the 5 volt. Okay, so here we have we got the answer of VTH and the RTH. Okay, so now what is remaining portion? Only VL. And how we can find VL? Just make the circuit like this and try to find the current, okay, and make it like Ohm's law or voltage drop, I into R. Okay, I into RL, so you can get the VL. Okay, so for that here the circuit is like this. VTH, what we found the VTH over earlier, it is 5 volt. Okay, and RTH we have already found 4.95 volt, 95 kilo ohm. So we have set that VTH over here. Theoretically you can find out like this. Okay, first of all find out the current. Okay, so you will get V by R, so RTH plus RL, so you will get the current 0.33 milliampere, or again I into R, so 0.33 into 10k, so you will get 3.33 or 3.33 volt. Otherwise similarly you can find out the by this method, voltage division method also, you can find out the VL. Okay, practically we can measure this IL and VL both. How? Let's see here. See, same circuit is connected. Okay, same circuit. Okay, here see we have connected RL also. Okay, here first let us see the overall current. We are measuring the current here between these 2 points. Okay, so it is 0.33 nearly equal to. Okay, so same we are getting over here, and you can see if you measure the voltage VL like this. Okay, it is 3.34. so see I have put the voltmeter across it, so you can see it is 3.34 approximately. Okay, so in this way you can measure. So previously what I have shown is nothing but this main circuit. Okay, same as 10 volt, and we are measuring the here current and across the voltage. Now this same circuit can be replaced by this circuit. Okay, same circuit replaced by this circuit, so there is a reduction of all the elements, or you can say the resistor. Okay, we have set the voltage VTH. Okay, VTH. Okay, whatever is the value of VTH, it is, we have set it to the 5 volt. We have set the RTH voltage to 4.95. Okay, similarly here we have set the voltage VTH 5 volt. RTH, this is the RTH, we have set with the help of that rheostat. Okay, rheostat is in between this, so it is 4.95 ohm. So same parameter over here like this, VTH and RTH, and similarly RL we have connected over here. Okay, so you can see this is the current 0.33, that is same as this 0.33, and VL, okay, the voltage across this we are measuring, it is again 3.34. okay, so when you can use this theorem, if you have large hardware, okay, so you can reduce this all three resistors into one resistance. Okay, so that you have a hardware reduction. So Thevenin's theorem is applicable in that case. You can produce the same current and same voltage with the help of this reduced circuit. Okay, so in this way you can verify the Thevenin's theorem theoretically as well as practically. Okay, thank you.